everybody. So I had gotten a lot of requests asking how I do my brows. So I thought I would just make a really quick video, that way we can show everybody. So I do use the red aspen. It's the Averie Brow Pencil. I use the shade Deep. That is the darkest color that they make. Comes in 4 different shades. You've got light, medium, dark, and deep. It is a double-ended pencil, so you have the color on one side, and the other end is a spoolie brush that just helps you brush your brows up, and then you can brush the color through at the end also. So, start off with the basic shape of how to draw in your brows. As you can see, my brows are pretty non-existent as compared to my dark hair. So, I do draw them in pretty strong and bold and very angular. That is really just based on preference of how you like your brows, but I do want to show you the basic shape based on the dimensions of your face and where each point should go. So if you take a really skinny eyeliner brush, or it really doesn't matter, you can use about anything, just something real straight. You're gonna go straight up the side of your nose, and right there is where your brow should start. So that should be the starting point. For the arch, you're gonna take that pencil and just turn and go straight through your pupil. So straight through the pupil, looking straight ahead, that is where your arch is gonna be. And then if you turn and go from the outside of your nose straight up the corner, the outer corner of your eye, that is where the brow should end. So it should not go any farther down than that, and it should not stop anywhere short of that. If you're just starting out, you can always make little kind of pencil marks of each 3 of those spots. You can use like a white eyeliner or anything that you can wipe away. And then eventually, when you're used to doing it, you won't need to have those marks. Okay, so show you how we do this. Let me clip my hair out of the way here. All right, so I just take both ends off. I start off, you're gonna brush the hairs straight up. Okay, and like I said, I do a very bold brow, so this is just how I do it. I'm gonna try to get real close here. Do you see where my natural brow is kind of, I have a big patch of hair here, kind of in a square shape, and then it goes really skinny out on the tail. So I don't want to follow that shape. I've seen a lot of women do that, and what you're going to end up with is what looks like a comma, or sperm brows, as I like to call it also. It's like literally you could punctuate a sentence if you turned your head sideways. Drives me nuts. So I'm going to show you the correct way. We're not going to follow that shape. We're going to change it completely. So you're going to go from the bottom of your brow. Now I'm not going to start right here at the beginning. I'm going to draw that in closer to the end. So what I do is I kind of start about right here, and I'm going to bypass the natural shape of my brow, and I'm going to go in a straight line right up to my arch. So I'm going to show you here, and I'm trying to do this and staying in the camera. All right, so straight up, and you can sketch lightly to begin with if you're not comfortable yet. And I'm going straight up to where I want my arch. And then, like I said, I do my brow very angular. So then from that point, I go straight down to where my brow should end. And then I do the same line on top of the brow. So I go to a kind of a point, and then I'm going to go straight down and attach. Just like that. And then I just go ahead and I fill that in. And I fill it in pretty dark. And I'm just doing kind of small feather-like strokes, but I'm making sure that it's all filled in solid. Okay, and now I go in and I'm just gonna bring this color down a little more. Now when it comes to the front of the brow, again, I do a very squared off brow. Some women kind of round that part off. Again, that is completely your preference. But I'm just gonna continue that line from the arch. It's gonna be a straight line all the way down to the beginning of the brow. And then I go straight up. And then connect the top. And then when I'm filling in this part, I go a little bit lighter strokes with my hand. And I also do more of a, where back here I was kind of filling it in straight back because that's the direction the hair grows. Here in the front, the hair goes straight up and down. So I usually do strokes straight up and down. Now this brow pencil is smudge proof once it has set, but it's also blendable before it gets to that point. Okay, so there is one brow done. See the difference that it makes? Okay, so I don't usually go in and start brushing through them right away. Usually like to let it set. But for the sake of the video, I will go ahead and just show you. I just take the little spoolie end and just brush straight up and down. And this does a couple things. First of all, you are kind of blending that pencil in where you're getting rid of any kind of straight pencil marks that you might have. It's blending it straight through the brow. And it is also making those natural hairs that you have stand back up so that it looks a little more natural. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Excuse me. All right, so brush these hairs straight up and down. Now, I always struggle with this side. I try to make them look as even as possible, but you need to remember that your eyebrows are sisters, they're not twins. So just do the best you can. So a straight line right up to the arch. I'm not gonna follow this square here and then up and do that. Don't do that. Straight up. Make the tail. Okay, and then this eyebrow naturally wants to be kind of more round, so I have to kind of fight that almost and create more of an angular arch. Again, that's just because I prefer that shape. So I go straight up there where there's no hair there, and then bring it straight down to a point. Okay, and then I fill that in. No, I don't fill that in yet. I was starting to say. Okay, now fill this part in down here. All right, then we're gonna draw in that little front section. Remember, that part is just going straight up the side of your nose, inside corner of the eye. That's where the brow should start. And then just fill that in with lighter strokes. Like that. So they're not perfect, and again, if I wanted to nitpick, I could sit here and just obsess over it all day, but you gotta just let it go. They're not going to look exactly alike. So then I brush through. Okay, and that's basically it. If you are done with your brows and you notice that maybe you messed up, or maybe this angle underneath isn't quite as sharp as you'd like it, you can take some concealer, some foundation. I use a cream eyeshadow typically to go under and clean up under that edge. And maybe I can show you that in another video, but that will completely clean up any mess that you might have. And you can do that on the top too. But actually, today I did a decent job, thank goodness. So, all right, that is my brows all done. If you have any questions, you can comment below, or send me a message. All right, you guys have a good day. Thanks, bye. Okay, so I lied. I forgot that I told you guys that these were, this product was smudge proof, and I didn't even prove it to you. So, got clean fingers. Still clean fingers, and brows are still in place. All right, now you guys have a good day. See ya.